Okay. Hello, everyone. Good night. Well, good evening, depending on where you are. I hope you are safe and you are okay, you and your family. Today, I am with Enrique Los. I will first let him introduce himself.
Hello, good evening. My name is Henrik Lose. I'm the Director of International Affairs and I'm also Professor in Organizational Behavior at EM Normandie. So a very warm welcome to this webinar and a warm welcome from sunny Oxford, because as you might know, EM Normandie has also a campus in Oxford I'm based on. Just a little word to tell you how much importance we attach to the presence of our international students on our campuses and at EM Normandie. EM Normandie is a business school which is international at heart because, for example, I'm one of the, international professors. 43% of our professors are actually from an international background, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm German, working for the French Business School here in the UK, and same applies as well to our students. So we will explain you a little bit what this program is about. And afterwards, I suggest that you give us all the questions and ask us every question you're concerned with the inscription process or with the program as such. So just hit the question button on the page.
Thank you.
Go for it.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself at the beginning. My name is Natalia, and well, as Enrique was saying about the international part of the school, not only the professors or the students, but also the team. So in my case, I'm Mexican, and I am in charge of admissions for Latin America, Maghreb, and Middle East. So very nice to meet you, everybody. And so we will begin with a presentation. Okay, so I think you are able to see.
Yes, perfect.
To see my screen right now. So in order to begin with a little bit of information from the school, this is EM Normandie Business School. It was founded in 1871, so it's one of the oldest business schools in France. We currently are ranked in the top 20. So in QS ranking, we are on 71, and in Financial Times, 74th. And we have double accreditation, which is AACSB and EQUIS. Regarding some features of the school in general, so as Enrique was saying, we are currently 5,500 students, 700 students of international students, and 50 different nationalities. We currently have more than 200 partner universities coming from 65 different countries. And in our network of alumni, we have about 8,500 and 5,000 partner companies. This network is very important for us because it provides a lot of job offers and internships for the students. So for example, there are 15,000 different job offers, between job offers and internships per year. So we are like very concerned for the future and for the professional opportunities for our students. And we are like continuously developing more and more partnerships with different companies, not only in France, but also abroad. And about the school, so this is our 5 campuses that we have. Caen, Le Havre, and Paris are in France. So Caen and Le Havre both are in Normandy region, which is in the north of France. Paris, as you all know, it's the capital of France. And we are as well in Dublin, and Oxford. So this is a picture of our campus in Caen. And later on, like almost at the end of the presentation, we will talk about how is life in Caen. But here you can see a picture in which you can see, well, the Caen campus is located in the Northern High Education and Research Hub, and it has about 4,000 different students. And the advantage with Caen is that it is not very far from Paris. So for example, if you would like to spend a weekend in Paris to come just like as a tourist, you can easily do it. And now I am giving the word to Henrik. so he can begin with the presentation of the program. Oh, sorry, Henrik, your microphone.
Excuse me, my mistake. Thank you very much, Natalia. So I will introduce you a little bit to the program and talk about the main missions, but also the modules you will find. Let me say first word, this is a program which has been audited and accredited by the French High School Conference. So the French High School Conference is auditing our MSc programs, and they check obviously on the teaching quality and on the content. So we're really happy this program has been accredited. So the main idea and mission of this program is to provide our students with a strong knowledge in management, business finance, and combine the teaching as well with technologies, big data, and AI. This program is, I think, a main advance in terms of financial programs because it really matches with the concerns companies have to actually develop the digital transformation of their financial services. So I think it really matches with job requirements. I'd also say a little word on how we set up those programs, because of course we have a lot of expectations on an academic level to those programs, but all of our programs are set up alongside representatives from, of private companies of the sector. We audit and monitor our programs every year because we have a piloting committee, steering committee, where the professionals assist and do adaptations wherever necessary, and that has been done the same when setting up that program. So here again, the highlight of that program is to prepare you definitely for the digital transformation of financial services. And what is also one of the highlights is the hands-on approach, and I'll say a little word on that a little bit later. If you would like to swap to the next slide, please. So to give you a little idea of the content, and I trust that all of you had a little look on the flyer, which gives the whole details within the modules as well. So first of all, we start, of course, with an introduction, which provides you with a global picture and all the necessary background knowledge. The second module is then on financial data, financial strategy, financial communication and management, decision-making and predictive tools, which are really important, financial mechanisms and strategy, and performance modeling. So here again, as I said, what is really important is to give you and provide you with all necessary academic skills, with all necessary hard skills, but we also attach a lot of importance to soft skills. And you might know that this is really what today companies require, because beyond hard skills is really important as well to have certain skills like multicultural, how could I say, skills to work in a multicultural environment. In this course as well, we will give a course on transdisciplinary management. So you might be working in the future alongside data scientists, for example. So all that is also necessary to ensure actually your job insertion process is extremely smooth. I've been talking already on the hands-on approach. So here again, we're working closely alongside companies in the financial world. So just some ideas of what is organized. So you will have 2 tutored finance boot camps of a week each, and you will have 2 per semester. So what is the idea of that boot camp? Basically, there is a company approaching us who wants our students to work on a very precise and technical concern they have in the company, and our students are there actually to provide them with guidance to work on the topic and to present at the end of each week concrete solutions to those companies. So, and what is amazing about that as well is that you will get the feedback of that company, and it's always the occasion of as well, of course, to take contacts with those companies present and maybe stick out and find your job on the way. The second aspect is the corporate challenge, the corporate mission we're organizing. Here again, this is on a longer period where you will work in groups alongside other students on, again, a corporate concern, a problematic a company brings us, and you will have to provide here again very concrete solutions. Of course, as part of the program, you will also have a 6-month internship, which you can carry out whether in France or abroad. And last but not least, in this course, we have also set up, because there was a demand for that by our partner companies, an academic partnership, which on the one hand will train you already for the, how could I say, the literature review for your dissertation you will have to hand in. And second, you will again provide that literature research and review to the companies who are our partners in that program. If you would just swap to the next one, because I'd like to touch upon as well a very important aspect, I think, for you, which is the gross salary. So the average gross salary is 45.5 kilo euros per year. Some companies where our students are currently working, those who did the program, is PwC, EY, of course, Thales Group, PSA, and Porsche Distribution. A very important aspect as well, I think, is the statistics on job insertion. So the net employment rate is 98%. Out of our students, 82% work in executive positions. And what is really showing how relevant that program is that 60% of our students even found their job before graduation. And 100% of our students have found employment in less than 2 months after graduating. So a last word maybe very quickly on the different positions you can find in companies. And here again, that is what our students provided us with as information. So junior finance executive, cash flow manager, credit manager, performance manager, and head of financial communication. And of course, very important as well, risk management. So here again, you see that there is a vast demand for those people who are able to contribute to digitalization of financial services, use predictive tools. And here again, simulations and working on those tools and software are also an integral part of that training.
Okay, thank you very much. So yes, the professional aspect is very important. We are really concerned about that, about the further opportunities for our students. And this is why we have a service, a department of the school called Career Path. And here we provide a lot of different resources for students. You have virtual resources, you have like hands-on resources, you will have a very extended variety of resources. For example, you have tutorials, videos, you have like a platform called Job Teaser, in which we were talking about 15 different thousand job offers and internships. And well, here in Job Teaser, this is where you get all the like exclusive offers that our partner companies bring us for our students. So you will see all the different job offers here. And through this platform, you will be able also to get an appointment with a professional coach. This will be a person that, for example, if you will have an interview and you would like to prepare your interview, or like how to prepare your elevator pitch, or how to negotiate salary, like you can like have an appointment with this person and they will coach you for this kind of information. And there are as well job forums which are organized in the school, and some companies come and you will be able like to present yourself, bring your resume, and make some contacts. And there is as well a lot of workshops and conferences throughout the year. We were talking about how to negotiate your salary. Sometimes like we kind of don't know how to do that. And it's like very important to access to all these kind of events. As I would like to say always, it's like a team work between the student and the school, because the school can give all the resources for the students, but it's as well a responsibility of the student to put hands-on, as we were saying previously, like to be eager and to be intentional in taking advantage of all of this. And regarding the admission process, first of all, there is an online application form in which you provide all your personal information and you upload all the documents like CV, cover letter, copy of your transcripts and degree, copy of ID, and finally, like 2 recommendation letters, but these 2 are optional. There is an application fee of 50 euros as well. This can be paid online. Like for example, when you send your application form, you receive an automatic email saying that everything was okay, like we received it. And then you will have a link stating like following this link in order to pay for the application fee. And if you're not able to do this with your credit card because X reason, then it is possible to do a bank transfer as well. And in that case, you can like be in contact with us in order to give you, so we can give you the bank details. So you can do this bank transfer. After this is done, then the evaluation begins. For example, the international admissions team, in my case, for example, if it's someone from Latin America, let's say a Colombian, which is applying, I will be personally checking the documents and seeing that everything is according to the admission criteria. And then if everything is okay, then the candidate goes to Skype interview. This Skype interview is about 20 to 30 minutes maximum long, and it's about why you would like to join this program, why you would like to come to France, which is your professional project, things like that, like normal questions for an interview. And then after a few days of getting your interview, you get results by email. And then in the email, you will have the steps to follow in order to finish your admission process. And in order to talk about the eligibility criteria that I was talking before, okay, you will send your degree, but what about like the criteria? What do I need to do? Well, it is an undergraduate degree of 4 years. Like most bachelors are 4-year degree long, so that should be okay. And for the language requirements, because the MSc in Financial Data Management, it is taught in English, you need a certain level of English, which is the levels that we have here about TOEFL, TOEFL ABT, TOEIC, or IELTS. And if due to COVID, you were not able to go to a test language center to take your proficiency test, then this is not a problem because you can take this test internally with us. You just have to let us know. During the application form, there is like a question to tick and say, yes, I'm interested in this and I would like to take the test online with you. And well, this was regarding the admission process, everything that you need to do in order to like be part of a student of EM Normandie Business School. And once you are part of us, when you arrive to the school, well, you're an international student and we like to take care of our international students. So we have a support desk for accommodation and housing. It's important to mention that we have like an exclusive platform in which when you are a student of EM Normandie, you can get online to this platform and you can see like exclusive housing offers, either in Caen, Le Havre, Paris, Oxford, depending on the campus or where you will be studying. You will have visa guidance as well. If you have any question regarding visa, you can be in contact with your manager of admissions. And you will have as well support with everything regarding your procedures. When you arrive to a new country, you maybe don't know how to open a bank account in France or how does the healthcare system works. So we will help you, we will accompany you in all this process for integration in France. Because if it's your first time or even second time, when I came, for example, for my master's degree, even though it was my second time in France, I didn't know anything about healthcare system. And so, I mean, when you are not used to it, it's a little bit complicated. So we are helping you in order to get this better. There is also airport pickup, that there are buses that go from Charles de Gaulle Airport, either to Caen or Le Havre, which are our cities in the, not in the capital. There are orientation days, which take place before the official intake. And during these days, we explain you how the things work in the school, when you need to see a certain subject, who you need to go and see, and everything like regarding integration that we were talking about. And finally, there is, last but not least, there is an international students association called Global Village. And this is a student association made by students for students. So they organize a lot of different events for international students, like the buddy program or like team building activities or day trips for Disneyland, or I don't know if you've heard about Mont Saint-Michel. This is actually the second largest attraction in France, most visited in the year. So there are also day trips organized to Mont Saint-Michel. And as well, I would like to attract your attention regarding a label called Bienvenue en France, which is, well, Henrik, he will be able to explain a little bit more than me, but we obtained 3 stars, which is the highest degree that you can obtain, but I will let Hendrik explain this.
Yes, we are extremely happy that we have been rewarded by Campus France, which is, as you know, the French public body which promotes higher education in France, but which also provides scholarships in certain cases and which also facilitates visa applications. So we have been audited on our international student welcoming process, and I'm extremely proud that we have been labeled the highest level of that label, which recognizes the effort we do and the importance we attach to international students and their total well-being whilst being with us, and even before you were with us, actually. So, yes.
Okay, thank you. Yes, and we were saying previously that we were going to talk about a little bit more of Caen, and I will let Hendrik
say a little word on Caen. Absolutely. You can see here a little picture of the very city center of Caen. Caen is a beautiful city, which is around 2 hours away from Paris, and there are, as I guess you're really interested in, regular connections by train to get to Paris, but by bus as well. A very economic, how could I say, version of getting to Paris. Another little bonus is it's just around 10 minutes away from the seaside. Along the coastline of Caen and Lower Normandy, you will find a lot of beautiful beaches. It's also a very historical area, as you might know. Student-wise, Caen is a city of more than 30,000 students, actually. So there is a lot of student life, a lot of cultural events. And one of those, for example, is the Student Carnival, which takes every year in Caen, and where actually every higher education institution is participating to that event, which is always a huge event in that town. Now, for those of you who are sporty, there is a huge offer, of course, as well, of sports opportunities ranging from rugby, which is a traditional sport practiced in Normandy, and particularly in Caen, football, of course, almost everything you could find, even badminton for those who, as I do, like that sport, everything's there in any case. So about the city center, you will find a very historical city center with all shops around, but for those who also are looking for shopping malls, there are also several in and around Caen. So in a nutshell, it's really a beautiful city to live in. And maybe a little word as well, how to say, on another very hands-on aspect is that Caen is a very affordable city when it comes to housing prices. I think that's really important to everyone and to you in particular. So Caen is a very reasonably priced city when it comes to accommodation. I just say a little word, Natalia, if you allow, because I forgot that earlier on, talking about international students and job insertions and all the services we do provide to students. We also propose an offer to our students to take French foreign language courses. Yes. And I think that's really important. So if you come along and really want to integrate, but also if you imagine your future may be personal or professional in France, we encourage you to take up that offer, which is given to our international students to learn French and help you to find a job even easier. So take up that opportunity as well.
Yes, for sure. It's an opportunity that you guys need to take advantage of, because it's for free. And when we can learn something for free, we for sure need to take advantage of this. So this is all. Here are our contact details. Feel free to send us an email if you have any question as well. You can, in the chat box, you can drop your questions or just send us an email and we will be glad to answer to all your questions. As well, if you have like too many and you prefer, you're shy and you will like a one-on-one meeting, we can also fix that.
Yes, so again, take that opportunity, because we have a great international recruitment team who is always available and extremely responsive. So you get, of course, the opportunity now to ask us questions, but if there are questions popping up later, so don't hesitate to drop in a mail to Natalia or to our admissions team. I'd also like to give you some very excellent news, because you might wonder about getting to France in a how to say, sanitary context, which has been quite difficult. Very recently, 2 weeks ago, I trust the Minister for Foreign Affairs gave us very encouraging and good news, saying that they will ensure that all international students, whatever their destination, not the destination, their origin is, can join us for the courses starting in September. So the shops have been reopened, life is getting back to the new normal, as everyone calls it. So, and another thing is as well that the Ministry for Foreign Affairs has granted that French embassies and consulates will treat visa applications by priority, which is a very good news. And so we're really looking forward to welcoming you very soon. So I see there is one question coming in. Yes, if there is a document, you can find on our website the precise document on the financial data management. So you can actually, how could I say, get every course within every module. Here again, if you go through that document, you can find it online. Otherwise, just drop us a mail if you can't find it on the webpage. It's definitely on. If you go under Programs, MSc, you will find that document. Otherwise, just drop us a mail and we'd be happy to send it along as well. You will find all that information provided, plus more details on the course content and everything. If after that you have any question left, it is as simple as dropping us another mail.
Yes. Yes, I was not able to, I saw the question arriving, but I was not able to open it. So yes, you can, I don't know who is it, but you can send me an email to njaime@emnormandie.fr. You can like directly write me there and I will be glad to send you the syllabus or more information about the program. So I think we don't have any more questions for the moment.
Are there any more? That's the moment. Otherwise, as we said, if you want to go through the document and ask them then, that's fair. If you have a question, you can still pop it in.
Okay. Okay, so
No
I
questions?
think that's it. Thank you very much for your time, Hendrik.
Thank you very much for joining, to all of you. We look really forward to welcoming you. And have a safe evening, stay safe, and hopefully see you soon. Oh, we got a question.
Could you please read it? Because I'm not able to.
Yes, when do the classes start?
Okay. So intake will take place during first week of September. And the orientation days that we were talking about, also either the very last days of August or first week of September.
I saw that one participant raised their hand. If you could just pop in your questions under Converser, just at the bottom of the page. If you can just type them in there, that would be great.
Maybe he is typing.
No, that was me just saying if you can pop them in. Where you see the pop-up, you can put your questions if you want, if you have any further questions left.
Okay. Well, as we were saying, if you have any question, you can just drop us an email and that will be quicker as well.
Oh, can you please tell us more about the softwares that we're going to use during financial data sessions? Yes, so some of the softwares used are Sage 1000 and Power BI, amongst others. Did that respond to your questions? Perfect, my pleasure. Well, if there aren't any questions here again, if you have very specific questions as well, we're extremely happy to put you in touch with the course coordinator as well, or the professors. The idea, and I'm professor myself, as I mentioned, we're extremely close to our students. We're there to make sure that this will be a good experience, that you get the, as I said, hard skills and soft skills and be assisted as much as we can. So if you have really questions which are more detailed, don't hesitate, and we get back to you as soon as we can.
Okay, well, I see someone wrote.
It excites only one class for this master. I'm not really sure I get this question. If the observation is that there is only one class which deals with software, if that is the question, that is what I mentioned. There are several as well simulations which are done on different softwares. So that's not necessarily only the course, but here again, hands-on and practicing on those softwares. So I hope that answers your question. Are there any more questions for now?
Okay.
All right, I think, okay. Well, again, if there are questions, just send a little mail to Natalia.
Thank you very much for joining. Sorry.
Exactly, I was going to say exactly the same. Thanks for joining and keep safe and look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.
Okay,
and have a
bye-bye
nice
everybody.
Bye.